Hello and welcome to Midnight Scribe's Creative Vibes, where we speak to the best of the Bronies and discover what makes them tick. We're back with our 5th season of Creative Vibes, and we have broke a record. This is our 5th season in a row with no one watching us. Oh, we couldn't have done it without your fantastic dedication, and we thank you. But here is someone you'll definitely want to watch. Today, our special guest is a talented artist who's been a vendor at various UK conventions and has a rather special friend that I'm sure he'd love to introduce you all to. Now, we are delighted to welcome Greenfly to the show. Greenfly, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good. Good to hear. Glad to see that you're in good shape after all the Christmas and New Year hustle and bustle.
Oh, God, yeah.
Did you have a good time off then?
I did. It pretty much got to the point where, though, a lot of people were getting the cold, of course. So it was definitely one of those times of like, oh, great. Apart from that, absolutely fine.
Oh, yes. No, well, I'm glad to hear that. And yeah, I mean, winter is like the moment you breathe anywhere outside, before you know it, you're just being fed with every virus out there. So I feel your pain. But I tell you what, I mean, it would be very easy to talk just about yourself, Greenfly, but the truth is, you're actually part of a sort of double act in your pictures, aren't you?
Yes. So pretty much, I have my character as well. So obviously, as me as Greenfly, pretty much. But I also have my little buddy as well, Foolish, that's on my head, pretty much. And he's pretty much there here as well. So.
Yes, because Foolish, I mean, I absolutely love seeing Foolish in your pictures, because it's just ridiculously adorable for, just in all the pictures you do and the things you have him do. It's so much fun, and the way you two play off each other. But just for those who haven't actually seen your pictures and whatnot and don't know about it, what can you tell us about Foolish as a character? Like, what's his quirk?
Oh, it's quite hard to actually say. Well, he doesn't really talk. Obviously, he's kind of like almost like an agile creature. And really, spiders don't really make noises, but he's not really a spider. He's more of a kind of a shape-shifting creature. So he is. So with that, he can pretty much change to whatever he wants. But he's not like evil. He's more of one that likes to mess about with stuff and just have really kind of fun in a way, with his own kind of style.
Well, I mean, that's definitely true. And like you were talking there about the kind of playful nature, I always saw Foolish as being a bit kind of like a really playful young dog. Just in terms of the fact that like everything's a game, they're going for it, it's all good fun. Wait, am I in trouble? No, this is fun.
Yeah, it definitely has that. I mean, there's definitely a few times where he'll either like he's one that will show his emotions than anything else. Like, he'll really show his emotions. Like, if he loves something, his eyes will either turn a love hearts, or if he's really scared of something, he'll literally turn the smallest possible size ever. Or if someone's trying to annoy him, he'll go as big as he wants. So, but he's more of a kind creature than scary. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, Foolish seems absolutely adorable. I mean, hopefully one day I'll actually be able to meet him in sort of person, or relatively speaking.
No, I did almost scare Jasper to death at one point in a comic, so that was fun, but...
Well, at least you've made it to survive another day.
That's true.
And actually, talking about all these random capers that the two of you have, I mean, you've done a lot of these sort of one-shot comedic pieces starring the two of you together and bouncing off each other. And I'm just curious, because how did that actually first come about? Like, how did you initially start this?
Well, it was originally, obviously, I had Greenfly kind of at first, and that was just to represent kind of me, so it was at first. But I kind of realized that I needed something to kind of bounce off, like, just creative ideas in a way. So it kind of got to the point where it's kind of weird how the story kind of went, because if for some reason that even just kind of like walking about, for some reason there was a spider literally on my hat for no reason. It was like there the entire day, and I didn't realize until I took my hat off, and it was there for some reason. And then I kind of got the idea, well, why don't I have some kind of creature that's a hat, but it's also that kind of spider-like quality, but not quite a spider? So it was quite weird how the idea kind of came about, but I guess that's where it kind of really started from there. And then I just kind of made them like more like going absolute to the point of going like absolute absurd, of like turning into weird kind of items, and then just literally doing funny faces, and then just got to the point of really doing anything he feels like it. If he'll just put his emotions right into it, pretty much to the point of like, it's weird. It's that thing of, it's weird, but I get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great to see that you actually took inspiration from something just as simple as that. Like, having a spider just be on your head for multiple days is in of itself a little unusual. So to take that and to run with that as an idea and then build off the top of it is absolutely fantastic. And what I've been wondering as well, because you've been doing these pieces for a wee while, and like you said, you've been using Foolish as a way to bounce ideas off in terms of creating new art pieces and so on. But from my end, I suppose, I've always seen a lot of potential between the two of you, and I've always wondered, like, have you got kind of plans for where you would like to go? Like, you know, if you had the time and resource to do it, what you would actually like to do?
That's interesting you say. There are a few things that I kind of, some ideas that I have kind of wrote down and stuff like that I probably am going to do this year. I can't really say much yet, but I can say that there's a few new things that I will be doing with him. I was probably going to plan to do, one of the things I can kind of say is a kind of more of an actual kind of comic kind of thing that I'll be kind of doing, but I can't really say too much about it yet until it's more kind of finalized yet, because it's kind of spoils. So
no, listen, like we will await with bated breath for that. But I'm glad to see you've got something in the pipeline, anyways.
Yeah, because I kind of think there's a few people at times kind of sum up was like, oh, why don't you do comics? I was like, weirdly enough, I actually have got an idea. I just hadn't taken it off yet. So it was like, I've actually got something there. Just it's like there, but it's like not quite ready yet. So.
Well, hey, listen, you know, new year, new challenges. Hopefully this year you'll have the time and you'll be able to actually work on it, and we'll be able to see what happens as we go through the rest of the year.
Indeed.
And actually, speaking of other pieces you're doing as well, one big project that I've noticed you've been doing for the last few months is this massive 100 pony OC picture project thing I have been seeing floating around Discord for the last few months, just like slowly building up, which is absolutely amazing, because I've been just watching the progress of these pictures as we go along, as like more and more ponies just sort of get added on. And how is it? Why did you decide to do this, and how have you found it in terms of actually getting people on board and so on?
Well, so I think it gets to the point where when I finished the second group of kind of like actual original characters, and this was like the whole kind of like chessboard kind of thing, I know that I kind of left it for like a few weeks and stuff, but then I kind of came with a kind of idea. I was like, why don't I jump up for the next day? Because I did like 25 original characters in the first group piece, then it was about 42 something. I thought, well, why don't I just jump up? Why don't I just go straight to maybe 100? At first, it kind of was like, that might be a bit much, but I went, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's see how it goes. And then it got to the point where we're actually starting it. I realized how actually madness it started pretty much. Because it was like, okay, let's have 100 OCs. But where should it be? I went, well, what's not been discovered? What's not been done? I thought. And then I just went, Mars? And I went, all right, let's just do Mars.
hey, why not?
Yeah, I just went, why not? The weird thing was, some reason I was thinking of, because someone had asked, because I think I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who, and I think we were talking about like old suites that were discontinued, like Mars planets and stuff, because they were discontinued. And I went, why not just pick Mars? So I went, that'd be interesting to do. But then I realized, wait, there's not many pictures of Mars itself. It's just the planet, and that's. I went, oh, that's gonna be interesting. So, but I kind of realized, but with people not knowing what really is Mars, there's not much about it. I went, well, I can kind of do more with it then. Like, this is maybe the future or stuff, and I went, we'll go with that. And it got to the point where doing the piece where my old computer couldn't take it anymore. I got to the point where I actually couldn't physically open the file without it crashing. And that was when I kind of realized, oh, this is not great. I'm pushing the boundary, because it's now, the size of it now, it's bigger than, it's A3 size, so it is. But lengthwise, it's probably like 3 times of A3, so it is lengthwise. So it's pretty big now. It's gotten out of control, but it's been enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing to see, like I said, how the project's grown over the few months, and it's certainly an ambitious project to go for. I mean, it's not to go from, like, you know, the 10s and 20s and 30s that you were doing in the chessboard pieces to going, right, 100, let's go for it, boom.
I think I also did because I also had reached 100. I also reached like 100 followers or something on Tumblr at the time, so I thought, I should do something big, something absurd. And then I also kind of realized, wait, I don't think I'm going to get it done in time. So I went, I guess it'll be a continuous project. So it turned out like that pretty much in the end. So.
Well, like I said, it's been great to see how it's going, but like, just for like I said, for those who don't know, how far into the 100 are you, and what's left?
Let's see. Now counting now, I have done. There are 47 that have been done that are there that have been drawn. I thought, well, technically, if I finish this one I'm currently doing the now, that'll be 48 tonight. So pretty much, there's 48. There's 48 will be done. There's still 43 spaces left, and there'll be still 9 more I need to draw the now. So I'm halfway there.
Oh, yeah, listen, no, it's coming along really well. And just out of curiosity, have you got any idea of how you might get the other 40 odds?
Not sure. But I have noticed every time I seem to be posting like an update now and again, I have noticed people have been getting to the point where people have actually been like interested now because they've seen, okay, there's actually more characters. This does look interesting, and actually surprisingly have actually joined onto the wagon and have added on. So it's gotten to that pace. It's actually quite a nice pace where every time I update more, it's like, okay, I've done a few. Then people go, okay, they want to come and join. So it's actually getting to the point of actually got quite a nice pace. It's not like, oh, here's another 10 all of a sudden that I need to quickly draw more of. It's quite a nice pace now. So
yeah, sorry, my brain just completely melted for a second there. Just like, I was trying to work out all the numbers and all the bits. It's like, no, I can't do this. It's good to see that, you know, the work's coming to you at a reasonable pace, and like you said, it's not just being all dumped onto you in one go.
Yes.
But no, like I said, it's great to see that the progress is going on there, and actually, because, you know, there'll be some people who will watch this that perhaps might actually be interested in actually getting a slot on the painting. So if it turns out they did, how would they go about that? What sort of details should we pass along?
Well, it's quite simple. All they really need to, all they need to do is they just need to either message me on any social media that I am on, and pretty much just ask me if there's any spaces. I'll pretty much reply to them straight away and say if there's yes or no. Well, now, yes, there's obviously spaces. And then all they need to do is send me a pic of the original character, what the name is of the original character. They just need to send. It only costs £1 to add your character, your original character, and that's pretty much it. you're pretty much on the list, and you'll be added to the piece. That's simple as that.
Well, hey, there you go, folks. And remember, at the end of the episode, if you look down into the description, you'll find all links to Greenfly's social media, so you'll know exactly where to go to message him to get yourself on that poster. I mean, come on, £1 for your OC. Go for it. Don't muck around. That is the deal of 2019 there. And 2018 as well, actually. But I tell you what, one thing that I've actually been rather curious about, and particularly because as an artist, because I can't draw, I have absolutely no skills at doing that whatsoever. So, it's I'm always in awe of anyone who can actually do artistic pieces and so on. And what I've wondered is, well, particularly in your case, because, like a lot of artists in the pony fandom, this is something that you do on the side to what you do in your day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been wondering is, what, to yourself, is the most important thing about the art that you do?
If I was to say what's the most important thing, it's definitely to have very much to have some love to actually doing even just art in general. Because I found that even a few people that I've even kind of talked to in kind of real life, or some people that I've talked online, I've definitely said it really is agreeable as if you love drawing characters every day and stuff like that. Then some can be a bit absurd, I will say, but if you love actually the thing that you really love doing, then you'll find that it'll come really easy to you, really, and you'll just love doing it in general. I've just kind of found it's been, and even just every day, I'm so glad to just draw and have the ability to be able to just draw and just do more and more. But I even kind of realized that is still higher levels to keep going, and that's always something definitely to go towards. So it's quite a hard question, but yeah, I would say something like that.
Yeah, I know that was. I said it, and then I immediately went, "That's almost a real question." Just am I okay? Have I actually thought about that? Oh, hey, listen, what do you know? We're going into 2019 strong, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, God knows how this year's going to go. Oof.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, goodness knows. But, fingers, toes, hoofs crossed, the whole lot. I'm sure things will go all right.
Let's hope.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's actually go back to 2018 actually very briefly, because you were actually at Brony Scott, and you also did, it was an art challenge workshop you did there?
Yes.
Sorry, by the way, full disclosure to anyone who's watching, I was responsible for the marketing for the conventions, and I was in there. I wandered in while you was doing this, and that's the reason why I'm adding this in. But how did you find it? Because it was your first panel, and obviously being at the convention and whatnot, it'd been a bit different from being just kind of a pure vendor. So how did you actually find running that for yourself?
Well, I think just kind of doing it in general, I kind of went of, I'll just give it a shot and see how it goes. I'd definitely say, at the beginning, I was definitely nervous to do it, because I was well, I know how to do my art, because it's I've never actually told anyone how else I actually do it. That's the reason. It was the thing of, how do I get what's in my head and tell people? That was the hard bit trying to do. There definitely was a part of me that's I'd like to try, definitely try it again, got the point, okay, I kind of got the approach of definitely how to tell people, but I was actually surprised. It actually turned out better than I expected in the end. I think definitely a lot of people, when I even just said at the beginning, it says, this is my first time doing something like this, so I pretty much went, I'm nervous and I'm excited at the same time. So that was pretty much what I said. So it was definitely an experience. So definitely have learned quite a bit from that one day, I would say. So,
well, I'm really happy firstly that you actually did it, and from what I saw from the people there and from the feedback that we heard since as well, people really enjoyed it. So it's, you did a really good job. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I think when I actually went back to my table and stuff, I think I sat down and I think immediately Billy asked me, that was the person that was helping me in the day. He says, "How'd it go?" I went, "Can it go better than I expect? A little bit better." And I just went, "Oof." In that time, I went, "Well, let's get on with the rest of the day." Oof. Well, I just kind of, or at least I think he said to me, "Well, at least that was at the beginning." I went, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually, Baelish is done. Yeah, okay." So that did help me a little bit the day. I was like, okay, you're right. That's actually not okay. Thinking about it like that, actually, yeah, it's done.
Exactly. You survived. You got through it. You can live and breathe the rest of the day. Well, I'll tell you what. The reason why, of course, we've had people on the show, and that is the fact, of course, that we are at the moment we're still related mostly to pony content or having pony creators on the show. So we do have a few questions we'd like to ask all the people who come on our show, the same stock questions, and we wanted to ask you these same questions. If that's all right.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay, so we're going to start off with our first question, which is favorite character.
Oh God. Okay. See, if I was to say at the beginning, actually, the character that kind of even sparked an interest in this it would probably be Rainbow Dash. So it would be. She was probably one of the first characters that I ever even saw that actually kind of sparked it in the first place, took an interest to it. And then I think when the seasons kind of progressed, I actually realized, okay, there's actually another character quite like. Pinky was actually quite nice. She was actually quite good as well. And then, but I think if I was to pick a character that probably kind of started, I was like, okay, it was probably Rainbow Dash that definitely, I think, kind of started even looking into this fandom at the beginning. So.
And how did you actually become a fan of MLP and join the fandom? Like, what was your gateway in?
It's quite interesting. So I kind of even just when I was back it was pretty much when I was back at college. It was one of the times where I was just trying something that it was just a bit of programming at the time to see if I actually would like it or not. And I pretty much one of the teachers pretty much said that you can listen to music or whatever. And I went, okay, I'll listen to music. So I pretty much had finished my stuff, and then I saw a video that kind of peeked to the top right, and it said, Rainbow Dash, you're going to go far, kid, pretty much, as a PMV. So I watched it, and the thing that kind of sparked me in the end was when Rainbow Dash literally had did the Sonic Rainboom, and I guess you could say it was quite ironic because it is technically the spark that did interest me. Okay, I need to watch this when I go home. So, and then when I did watch it, I just realized something. When Rainbow Dash did the Sonic Rainboom, that helped all our friends get cutie marks, and that also was the gateway that got me into it in the first place. Well, that happened. So.
Yeah, that was the thing. You're now converted, so you're part of the herd.
It didn't take much because I'd already liked quite a lot of shows anyway, like Pokemon, stuff like Digimon, some other anime and things at the time. So it was like, it didn't take much. It wasn't much of a shove. It was more of a nudge. I was like, that was quick. So, didn't take much.
Yeah, you were an easy convert then.
Yeah.
So was it the Sonic Rainbow episode then that might have been your favourite episode then, or is it something else that you'd prefer?
Let's see. I think if I was to pick one of my favorite episodes was, well, it's kind of two, but I think one of the pick was probably when Scootaloo was scared of like, I think it was I can't remember when, but I know that she was scared of like fears and stuff like the night and stuff like that, and she wanted to impress Rainbow Dash quite a lot. And then it got to the point, obviously, at the end of this nice heartwarming thing of Rainbow Dash pretty much saying that, I can't really remember how the lines went, but I know that it was definitely a very touching moment where she did actually know, like, I can't actually be like your sister, even though we're not related. I will be like there for you, pretty much. So
It was a fantastic episode, that, and I can't remember the title for it, and I know there's going to be people who are watching this who are going to be...
I know, people are like, it was this, and I'm like, sorry, I've just been so many episodes, and I need to go back and watch it. That's what I need to do.
Oh, definitely. It's on my to-do list to actually go back to the earlier episodes, but full disclosure, I still need to watch season 8, so I kind of need to catch up as well. So
there's one. I think I watched half the season. I got to the point where it was the Karen, and then that was it. So, pretty much it. So, I need to watch some. So, still.
And our other final question is, what's your thoughts on the My Little Pony fandom?
Okay, I would say that definitely the fandom overall, I would ever say it's probably given me more than I was definitely expecting. If it hadn't been for the fandom in general, I probably wouldn't even started going to conventions at all. It was thanks to the fandom that I actually went to the first, an actual proper, big meet of actual other people that like the same show. It was thanks to the fandom I actually picked up the pen again and actually focused more on my art. And it was really thanks to even quite a lot of kind people that actually inspired me to go back and actually try certain things. It's been an absolutely wonderful fandom. If it hadn't been for it, I might have not even be doing this right now, it's just true. So it's an absolutely wonderful community. So I met a lot of good people.
And it's been great meeting you as well. I mean, I met you through this fandom as well. So, you've been absolutely awesome whenever we've actually had the opportunity to hang out down south. So, and hopefully we'll be able to hang out again some point in the year as well.
Yeah, that would be good. Definitely.
And by the way, that was entirely sincere. I mean, if I sounded deep and a bit monotonous, it's because I'm tired. I've had a very, very long day. In fact,
that's absolutely fine. Don't worry.
No worries, but I'll tell you what, we need to wrap up the show here just now. But firstly, thank you so much for coming on the show, Greenfly. It has been awesome having you on. I hope you've had a good time.
I have, and thank you for inviting me. Definitely first episode as well for the season.
Yeah, exactly. You're the gateway episode for season 5. Rejoice!
Yay!
And I'll tell you what, a final question for you, which is, where can we send our followers to find you on the internet?
It's pretty easy. Well, you can find me. All you need to do is literally just type in Greenfly Art. That's one word in Google, and I will pop up on DeviantArt, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and YouTube. It's quite easy to find me. Just type in Greenfly Art, and I'm right there. That's it.
Perfect. Well, no worries. And for everyone watching, of course, if you go to the description below, that is where you'll find his links as well. So we'll wrap up the show here. My thanks to Greenfly for being on the show. My thanks to you guys for watching. And if you want to get in touch with us regarding perhaps being on the show, if you're a creative person, perhaps you want to give some constructive criticism or some praise, or just want to get in touch with us, ask us any questions, that's no problem whatsoever. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. We're here on YouTube. You may have noticed actually our name's changed. We're actually no longer Highland Bronies. We're now Creative Vibe Studios. Oh yes, we are changing for 2019.
Notice that.
Yeah, did you notice the name change?
I noticed that. I went, this is different. This is the same channel. It confused me what this is. It's changed.
I know, exactly. I feel now that I probably should have mentioned that in the beginning, that, oh, by the way, the name has changed, just don't worry.
May have helped, yeah.
But yes, if you want to get in touch with us, we're all over the web, feel free to, and of course we've got our email address as well, which is still highlandbronies@hotmail.com. But thank you all for watching, and, well, the final word from Midnight Scribe is, as always, please subscribe.